everybody, welcome to my channel, Boy Mom Glow Up. Thank you guys so much for clicking on my video. Today, we're going to talk BoxyCharm. I have just had an experience that still has me lost for words. So, if that is something you are interested in, just keep on watching. Okay, firstly, I want to apologize for all of this. I am just getting over a cold, and I finally got my voice back for the most part. I kind of lost it there for a minute. So I'm recuperating. I want to apologize and notice there is no fan on today. Mainly because I'm not really that hot because it's snowing in Ohio. We're just going to jump right on in. So, I have been waiting on my April base box for BoxyCharm. And I also last month ordered some add-ons. Now, I just want to say I love BoxyCharm. I've been with them for a few years. They've really helped me build up my collection and, you know, get more into makeup, more into skincare. However, there has been some issues that I've had with them since becoming a subscriber, and today just takes the cake out of all of them. Now, I am in no way trying to bash them, but I am going to bring to light some things that I think they need to think about and that they probably should work on. Excuse that. I have some pretty rude neighbors that live upstairs. That's a whole nother, maybe we'll do a story time about that someday. Anyways, moving on. I've been waiting for those, and I finally got my tracking email. Well, let me rewind. Earlier in the month, I got an email saying that, hey, if you ordered add-ons, you might be getting them with your monthly box, or they might come separately. We don't know what we're going to do yet. We're just letting you know it could be either way. So that off the rip kind of made me feel like, okay, some crap is about to go down. I need to watch this. So I've been watching and waiting. You know, you can go into my account, click on my items, and it will show you your orders. So usually you can get your tracking number there first before you get the email. So I had been watching that and it never popped up. Finally, I get an email and it's got my April base box, and then underneath it, it shows my list of add-ons, and there are two different tracking numbers. Normally, they go through FedEx for shipping. But in the recent months, since the pandemic, they have been using other shipping companies. Like, there was one occasion they used this shipping company, and I forget what it's called. Forgive me for that. But you could not see the weight of your box. You could not see the dimensions. Basically, it's like, hey, you got this, come in, look for it. Nonetheless, this time, with the two different tracking numbers, the first one looked like a number I'd never seen before. And then the second one looked like a FedEx number, because mine normally starts with a 612 something. I click on each of them, and both of them, doesn't matter which one I click on, takes me directly to DHL's tracking. And it tells me the weight of the box is 1 pound. It's like 1.02, right? So I'm thinking, well, if they're shipping my add-ons with my box, that's a little light, because that sounds like a regular base box. It does not weigh enough to have both add-ons and the base box included. I'm like, well, what the mess is going on? Because there was no other information. That was it. So I kept watching the tracking, waiting for an update. It did have a USPS tracking number, and I clicked on that, and USPS is like, hey, well, we haven't gotten it yet. We'll let you know when we do. So I just kept watching and waiting and watching and waiting. And finally, I'm like, okay, I have to say something because I have no idea what's going on and I want my stuff. I paid for it. So I emailed BoxyCharm and they're like, okay, well, you know, your order is on the way. And I'm like, well, okay, but what about the tracking? This is leading to, you know, these two tracking numbers are leading back to one package. So I'm not really understanding, and there was just a whole bunch of confusion. Side note, I have my box and any add-ons that I order shipped to my local Walgreens. The reason I do that is because I do live in an apartment complex, and this time last year actually, there was an item that I was waiting for that I had been hoping for to use for my wedding day because I got married in May last year. One of my boxes had gotten stolen. Now BoxyCharm was awesome. I explained to him, I said, you know, hey, there were some products that I was hoping to get so that I could use them for my wedding, and now I don't even know because my box has been stolen. And they went ahead and they replaced the box, no charge, and they got it to me in time for me to use the Zoeva palette. I think it was the Cocoa Blend on my wedding day. So I'm thinking maybe this is going to be the case. I'm going to let them know, hey, this is what's going on. You know, I've got these two tracking numbers, but it's only showing, you know, really the weight for one item or one box. To make a long story a little bit shorter, they emailed me back. They found the tracking number for my add-ons and sent it to me, and actually my add-ons got delivered to Walgreens 2 days ago. So I was able to go pick those up. However, they weren't in the system because they went through USPS. So I never got any notification that they were there, nothing. So I went and got those, and I'm like, okay, all I have to worry about now is my April base box. And I was really excited about that. I'm really hoping for one of those Natasha Denona palettes. Please, Lord. So I'm emailing with BoxyCharm today, and I call Walgreens because BoxyCharm let me know, okay, here's your tracking number. You should be getting it anytime, blah, da, 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 da. So I checked the tracking this morning. It was delivered. My April base box was delivered to Walgreens at 9:44 this morning. So I call Walgreens and I'm like, hey, I just want to make sure it is in fact there. Because, you know, I kind of had that feeling like, oh man, I've been waiting and wanting it so badly. So I call them and she's like, no, we have nothing. You know, and I can't find it in the system. And I tried to explain to her and she just got confused. And I'm like, oh man, what am I going to do? So I start emailing BoxyCharm again. Now, I will say, BoxyCharm, they have gotten so much better about emailing people back when you email support. They supposedly have a 1-800 number, but you don't get anybody. So if you find that number, don't even bother trying to call it. You will get nowhere. Your best bet is to email support. So they have been super prompt with emailing me back and trying to take care of the situation. And I really love that, and shout out to them for stepping up their game in that department. So I kept emailing them, and at one point the lady was like, well, I'm really sorry that you didn't get your add-ons. I'm going to refund you for this one item that we're out of stock in, and we're going to resend out the other items that you ordered. And I emailed her back and I said, you know, thank you for, you know, going above and beyond for me. I really appreciate that. However, I already received my add-ons. It's my base box that I'm missing. I'm like, okay, I just want my base box. And then she says, okay, it's been delivered. So I call back to Walgreens. Oh, Mind you, I tried calling my post office probably 15 times today, and literally every single time the phone just rang and rang and rang and rang and rang some more. Nobody ever picked up. So I call back to Walgreens and finally get to talk to somebody, and she says, we have it here. And I'm like, yes, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. She's like, yeah, but you need to know that you can't just have your packages shipped here. It's got to come through FedEx. And I tried to explain to her, look, normally it does come through FedEx, but this time, for whatever reason, they chose to use DHL. The reason that I want to intercept it and not have it even go to the post office is because I've had one stolen before. And she's like, well, I get BoxyCharm too. I'm like, okay, that's great. You know what I'm talking about. She's like, well, mine always comes from the post office. And I'm like, yes, that's because BoxyCharm uses FedEx and FedEx then uses what's called Smart Post, and then it gets sent to the post office. So the post office ends up delivering your package. And I told her, I said, BoxyCharm told me that I can have it shipped there. It wouldn't be a problem, but I will take care of it. Needless to say, I did get my box. We're gonna go pick it up tonight when my husband gets home. And I probably will be doing a quick little update later on in the week and let you guys know if I got the Natasha Denona palette. This has been an ordeal. So yes, BoxyCharm. Forget FedEx. Forget DHL. UPS. UPS is the way to go. I love UPS because on certain packages, you can actually see where your driver is. And they let you know, hey, your driver's getting close. And the UPS guy that delivers to me in my neighborhood, every time he pulls up, he honks so that I hear him, and he'll knock if I haven't came to the door. I'm not canceling over this one mishap. I still love BoxyCharm, and I still am tempted to go on to the add-on store and pick out some goodies. Thank you guys so much for clicking on my video. You can go and find me. I have a group on Facebook, Boy Mom Glow Up. And I am on Instagram. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Click that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload. So thank you guys again. Be blessed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!